joining us today here on Desertwood DaZe. I am your host, Kathy Blaze, and today I am with international recording artist Moabi Kotu. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Such a pleasure to have you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Moabi, where are you from?
I'm from Soweto, South Africa. It's in the southwestern township of Johannesburg,
Oh,
down South Africa.
okay. So, Moabi, how long have you been in Arizona?
I've been in Arizona. It's been now almost 3 years. It's gonna be 4 years next year.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But in the United States, I've been since 2014. So
Oh, okay. So,
it's
what
gonna be.
brought you to Arizona?
Um, I don't know. I think maybe just to explore some more,
Just to explore.
of the United States, because the United States is so big,
Yeah.
you know. So, I was in Louisiana. That's the first place I came when I came to America, and then years later, just decided, you know what, let's try and let me go to the West Coast and
Okay.
see because we are very close
Mm-hmm.
to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
We are very close to LA. So I
Right.
just thought this Arizona is like a more central medium to
Okay.
get to those
Look,
places quicker.
Arizona's on the map. So, how long have you been a recording artist?
I started recording, I think I was age 15.
Oh,
Yeah, this is like way back. My first studio session, my mentor actually asked me to, after school, just
uh-huh.
drop off your books or just come straight to the studio. We want to try you out on some recordings.
Oh,
And I've been doing it since then.
since you were 15?
Yeah, and I'm 36 now. So
Oh,
half
okay.
my life.
Yes, and you're
Yeah.
also a producer.
Yeah, I do produce my own music. I produce music for soundtracks for movies. I do that too. I'm actually um submitted for the upcoming Black Panther
Oh,
and other like
wow.
yeah and other just local videographers and
Uh-huh.
who want to source my music and
So we
compose.
talking about the real Black Panther movie.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Okay.
yeah, because even in the first one they played a bunch of South African music, so I
Uh-huh.
was commissioned to do South African sound. Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank
That's
you.
that's that's awesome.
Yeah, so hopefully when it comes out, you'll hear some of my music in there. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So, what was it that got you into the music industry?
Oh wow.
You started at 15, but what started you to sing and to write your music?
I think it's something that just came naturally because at home, my father's uncle was a pianist and he used to
Okay.
write music for big band and play in movies in
Oh,
South Africa. And then my uncles and my cousins they had a ensemble that they belonged to, and it used to be they used to rehearse at home,
mm.
and that's where I started seeing guitars and these people who were singing in this room. I can hear them on the radio now,
Oh,
So
okay.
I was
So you
just
had it all around you.
yeah, it's something that was around me. And as you know, South Africa is a very, um, it's a nation. South Africans are known for singing, are known for
Mm.
music. So when we sing, you know, we sing when we're happy, we sing
Yeah,
when we're sad, we sing when we protest, we sing funeral, like, so
yeah.
music is just that one core thing of
Mm.
expression in my culture.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it just came naturally. And then when I realized that when my mentors and people that are around me uh, realized how my talent is,
Mm.
that's when, they put me on to recording and I loved it and I've been doing it since then.
Oh, wow. Do
Yeah.
you play the instrument also?
Yes, yes. I do play bass guitar.
Oh,
I do play keyboards too. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Tell us about your first performance.
First performance, maybe daycare. Yeah, I mean, but also like Sunday school, but my performance,
Your first adult, let's say your first adult performance.
my first adult performance, oh man. I can't go back. I don't know because I've done so much over the years. Um,
So, well, we'll skip past that question. As an adult, have has your music changed much?
yeah, definitely. Because like when I started off, of course, growing up in church, you
Hmm.
know, it was more choir, gospel,
Hmm.
but also traditionally we have traditional music that we do back home for any ceremony. We got wedding songs, we got funeral songs,
Mm.
so that inspiration came. But um I would say that when I was exposed to music from across the globe,
Hmm.
that's when I was into R&B, I was into neo soul,
Mm.
and I was into jazz because my father was a jazz head. That's all I heard in the
Oh.
house. But then, with all of that experience and sounds that I'm growing up around, I kind of like develop my own sound. That's
Hmm.
why when somebody's listening to me, they could say like, "Dude, you sound. I feel like I'm in church." And
Mm.
then somebody would say, "Oh wow, you just took me to Africa, or you just took me to the Caribbean." So it's because of all these uh,
The difference.
influences and appreciation for music just from across the globe, and they make me this explosive cocktail.
Mm.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
Uh, uh, would it be impossible for you to drop me a few lines?
A few lines of singing.
Yes.
I love to
Let's.
sing anytime.
Uh,
Uh, Riuhuputibuyela haye, Risa hurata, Ria uhloka, Riuhuputibuyela haye, Ria hurata, Ria uhloka.
thank
Yeah.
you. That was
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank
You
you.
ain't got no problem with just dropping some lines, do you?
No.
Yeah, some people like, oh, I can't do
They
it.
call me NBS. Naturally born singer.
So, how do you, if someone was asked you, how do you describe your style of music? Do you have a way of describing it yourself?
Yeah, I try to. But I would say it's Afro pop,
Mm,
Afro beat, Afro soul, Afro jazz and it's Afro because I'm born in Africa. I was
sure.
raised in Africa. I sing in African languages. So no matter the style that you hear and elements that can be of jazz or soul or gospel,
Hmm.
but it will always carry that African core in it and influence in it. So yeah, I'll just describe it as just world music.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But it still represents who you are and where you're from.
Exactly, 'cause I
Yeah,
can't run away from that part.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, who are some of your favorite artists?
Some of my favorite artists, yo, I would say from back home, it's I grew up in the era of band.
Mm,
Of there was a lot of bands. So there's bands like Stimela, Bayete, Hugh Masekela. I know he's famous here with his song "Grazing in the Grass." And then overseas, I love gospel music, so I like guys like John P.
mm-hmm,
Kirk Franklin.
mm-hmm.
I like how they put together music, but I do like other South Africans like Jonathan Butler, Kim Burrell. There's a guy
Right.
named Ringo in South Africa, and yeah, I listen to a lot of
You just
music,
listen to variety
a
there.
variety of music. So yeah, and that's why like if you ask me who's your favorite, I don't know because just the song. This person can be my favorite artist for this week, like Frank
Right.
McComb, Donny Hathaway. I grew up
Mm.
around,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
Crusaders.
You listed some oldies there.
Yeah, and it's my childhood. It's how I
Right.
grew up. But even South Africa, Mahlatini, Mahotela Queens, yo, Themba Mkhize, like just a lot
Yeah.
of
We
music.
sometimes we may think we're so different because we're so many miles apart, but
Yeah.
we're not so different at all.
No, no, no. We're not. We have so much in common. Like I
Right.
always tell people, like sometimes, especially people in our culture, like if you walk in Soweto right now in a mall, nobody's gonna say, "Oh, she's from the States," or nobody's gonna know because you
Right.
look just like
Yeah.
everybody over there. It's only maybe when you start speaking, then they'll say, "Oh,
Right.
you know."
Well, we were talking about not being so different. I
Hmm.
mean, a lot of the songs that you listen to, I can tell you I've listened to, except maybe some of the South African songs I don't know, but the American songs, the R&B, the gospel
Hmm.
songs,
Hmm.
I mean, those are songs that I've listened to in my lifetime. So we're
Nice.
not so different.
Nah, we're just separated by waters.
That's true. So you're also a producer, songwriter. Do you write music for others?
Yes, I do write music for others. Uh, Sometimes they just send me beats, and say, hey, can you conceptualize what direction of song or what direction of message,
Mm-hmm.
and I do write for other people. It feels good to hear somebody singing
I
your
bet
song,
it does.
Yeah.
And I love that you're thinking outside the box. You're not just doing it in the music industry. You're also writing music for filmmakers also.
Yes,
So
yes.
I love hearing that you're you're outside of the box because
Yeah.
there's more music that's needed in other areas as well.
Exactly, and that's what happened when I mean I was in it. I always had a desire to do it, but when this COVID thing happened
Mm.
last year and our gigs were canceled, our tours, we were at home for the most part, and like
Mm.
I had to one just hone in and open or be more intentional about opening other streams of
Right.
income within what I love,
Right.
and that's when like I just started being more aggressive and intentional about approaching uh, media companies,
Mm-hmm.
businesses, videographers to say, hey, I can render a service through my gift, which is music,
Right.
and then it just started taking
That's
off.
great because it's sad because a lot of people, when COVID hit, a lot of people were frozen. They didn't know what to do,
Yeah,
or they maybe they had businesses that they couldn't do some of the things that you could do with your business or work remotely from home, or there was just a lot of
hmm.
change for a lot of people
Yes,
in
yes,
this industry. So you brought some media today.
yes,
Why don't
yes,
we take a look at your media so
no doubt.
our audience can see what you do?
Halehlaba lipirima kiyaunana kiyahlobayela butsoringata dihlokari karabo jonawe ohlahuhlani na sibuyela haye Ria
Well, that was awesome. I love the gospel sound to it also.
Oh yeah.
I love that. I love that. So when you're writing for others, do you find yourself bringing in more of your love, the type of music that you love writing, or are you going strictly off of the idea that they're giving you?
Yeah, I think people, when somebody approaches me, they already kind of know my sound,
Mm-hmm.
so basically they trying to capitalize on my strengths, so
Sure.
basically what I do is
They're trusting that you're gonna make a good decision.
yeah, so when I write songs for other people, if I know the theme of, oh, I want a love song, I want a sad song, I want
Mm.
a song to campaign for gender-based violence, whatever, then I dig into my experiences and put my soul in it, and just expect them to at least relate, do
Yeah.
write something that another person can relate. Love, we can all relate to love. We can all
Right.
relate to pain. We can all relate to success. We're
Mm-hmm.
wishing well, those things. So it's better. It's always nice not to be superficial, but uh, write in terms of things that people go through in real life, be it good
Right.
or bad.
Has there been a project that was hard for you
Mm,
that you had difficulty relating to or to write?
no,
No.
I wouldn't say that. Like, no,
No.
yeah, I know, like, it's better to just decline and say no. I think try somebody else. It's not my lane. But
Okay.
for the most part, what I say, yeah, I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can do.
Okay now. Going
Yeah,
on there. I know I can do it.
it's just confidence,
And you know what? If you're gonna put it out, put the work out there, you got to be confident that you can do it.
Definitely.
No need to
Yeah.
put something out that you know is not in your lane.
Yeah, when anytime I put my name on anything, I know that I can give my all into it.
So since you've been doing this, and it seems like you achieved some success.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been a time where someone tried to change who you are?
Oh yeah, most definitely, and especially when you move from your comfort zone in, take for instance, in South Africa, and I came to America.
Mm.
Some people don't realize that there's a diversity of us as Africans. Literally in my country, we speak like over 11 countries. There's some countries they speak over 200 languages, different cultures. And when I came to America, it's like, oh, can you sound like this Nigerian guy? And like, no, because
Mhm.
he is presenting his culture and his
Right.
heritage. So I'm South African. Let me bring the South African flavor. We are not all West Africans. We don't have the West African approach and culture, So that's one thing that I've had to educate
Right.
people about, to say, yeah, I understand you've heard this particular sound. That's not what Africa is all about. That's a Ghanaian song, but this is our South African sound. And oh, okay, and in that way, I was able to stay real, stay natural, stay who I am,
Right.
without trying to be changed.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself having to explain that often?
Oh, not really.
No.
But just for I think it will be unfair for me to just, cast people away and not educate them, when I get the opportunity.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So where can our audience find you?
Oh, I have a website. My website is www.moabikotu.com, MOABIKOTU.com.
Okay.
And then my Instagram is Moabi underscore Mo Africa with a KA at the end.
Okay.
And then I'm on Facebook, Moabi Kotu, my name and last name. And yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure having you here with us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you
you
for having me.
sharing your beautiful music. And thank you for joining us here today at Desertwood DaZe. And we will catch you next time.
As a young girl, I just grew to love using power tools, pouring concrete, and doing things that were scary and loud, and yet I looked around and realized no other girls are doing these things. As I grew up, I realized that girls need to see themselves in this space. Start here. So that's what I set out to do, and I became an educator and a mentor for young girls. No masks down till clear. Making teaches girls how to think of their ideas as important. Go light. It changes the way they think about what they're capable of. If I can fuse metal, what can't I do?
Perfect. Look at how good that was.
And so I think making for girls is about voice, and that's what's really exciting, because we're building the world we want to see for ourselves. Now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Sign up for free to become a VetTixer and start creating new happy memories that will last a lifetime. Go to vettix.org to become a member now. VetTix. Give something to those who gave.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social Security card, get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.